When I was a kid, I read a book called Go, Dog, Go, and I always loved this one page where 3 dogs are sailing on a boat at night. 2 of the dogs are playing checkers, and the third is playing this stringed instrument. It's always felt like such a cozy space. I was thinking about that page recently, and it gave me an idea for a game, so that's why I'm sitting at my desk today. Whenever I have an idea, I like to write down all of my thoughts about it right away. That's what I'm doing now. I'm writing and drawing out every idea I have about this game and seeing where it takes me. After all, when we do our best to put our thoughts into words, we invite our imaginations into the real world. So this would be a game where you play as 3 sailors who sail around the world trying to sell a brand new product. And because they spend so much time out at sea, they like to pass the time playing a game that they invented. The game they play is called Don't Rock the Boat, and it's a simple board game. I'll come up with some rules for it later. The thing that these sailors are selling is called dirt butter. This is butter that they rubbed in some dirt. Please don't do this at home. Dirt butter is not a good idea at all. And that's the point. They go around trying to sell dirt butter, but the people they meet aren't interested. On the other hand, people do think that their game, Don't Rock the Boat, is pretty cool. So much so that when the player goes back to a place they've already been to, people are still playing the game and they've created new rules. I based this idea on the way that the game of chess evolved over hundreds of years as more and more people played it. So, this is a game about a game. The player will sail around trying to sell dirt butter, all the while playing Don't Rock the Boat with their crew and the people of the world. And the more you travel, the more the game advances. By the way, I realized that the first 4 letters of Don't Rock the Boat kind of look like Dirt B, which could be mistaken for dirt butter. So I was thinking that in some places, townspeople would call the game Dirt Butter instead of Don't Rock the Boat, because they misunderstood what the sailors were trying to sell. Okay, it's time to talk about the rules of Don't Rock the Boat. Don't Rock the Boat is played on a 3x3 board, set up with 4 white tokens, 4 black tokens, and the center space left blank. One person plays as this black piece, and the other plays as this white piece. Every turn, both players reveal at the same time where they're going on the board, and they move at the same time, covering any square they cross or land on with the token of their color. If they land on the same square, the player whose token is already there wins the game. If nobody wins by turn 5, the player with more squares covered by tokens wins the game. If you noticed some problems with those rules, so did I. First, what if both players cross the same square? Based on these rules, it should now belong to both of them. I decided that the square should be made blank, like the center. It would also work to keep the square whatever color it currently is. Second, what if the players end the game with the same number of tokens on the board? Who wins? I decided to playtest the game before coming up with an answer. I played the game with my friend to test these rules. It showed me a lot about what worked and didn't work about this game, and my friend also had a cool idea to fix the problem of what to do if the game ends when both players have the same number of tokens on the board.
suggestion's gonna make me win. The only way you can tie is if the middle one hasn't been gotten, right? So whoever gets the middle one wins.
Whoever wins the center square wins the game. Don't Rock the Boat is working pretty well. I think that it serves as a good basic game for the people of the world to improve upon. Maybe they could introduce bigger boards, rules with more players, special pieces that move differently, or a combination of all of those things. Now I have a bunch of ideas written down. But to make a game like this, I would definitely want to work with a team of people. And to do that, I would want to make my ideas a little bit more organized. So I need to take this messy page and transfer it over to a blank page to make a game design document. This will be my reference point for everything related to this game. Just like last time, I'm going to be putting the game design document in a zine. I'll show you how to make a zine with a normal piece of 8.5 by 11 inch paper. You start off with a fold long ways, like a hot dog, and a crease. Then you unfold and fold it down in the other direction like a hamburger. Crease, then fold it in half again and crease again. Next, unfold the paper once and cut down the middle crease so there's a cut right in the middle of the paper. Unfold the whole thing, and when you fold it in half like a hot dog again and push it inwards, you'll have these 4 pages. I'm going to align the pages and fold and crease it so it's shaped like a little notebook. And now we have our zine. I organized my game design document into 6 pages that give us a sense of what this game is and how it's played. I tried to be as specific and clear as possible, so anyone who reads it can get a strong sense of what kind of game this is and what makes it special. I included all the rules for Don't Rock the Boat because I think that's the most important thing to be specific about for this game. I used recycled materials for the pages and wrote down the key ideas with simple pictures. Finally, I glued my pages in and finished the game design document. Here's the finished game design document. Feel free to pause the video if you want to take a look at any page more closely. On the first page, I wrote a general overview of the game. This is sort of a pitch to draw the reader in and give them a sense of the scope of this game. On the next page, I described Dirt Butter. Because this game centers on a twist, which is that the game seems to be about dirt butter, but is actually about Don't Rock the Boat, I wanted to present the same twist in the game design document. That's why I'm talking about Dirt Butter first. Now we get into Don't Rock the Boat. This game has a lot of rules. I had to be smart about space in order to include them all, but even so, I still had to use 2 pieces of cardboard to describe everything. I think this is a great example of one of the limits of a zine as a game design document. A game design document should always be a living, changing thing, so maybe if I were to make a change to this one, I would just put it on a piece of paper instead of in a zine. Then I wouldn't have to worry about the limited space. Next, I describe how the game evolves when the sailors travel the world. The This is the most important feature of the game, so I tried to make it stand out with big uppercase letters and a simple description. Finally, I show some of the changes to the rules that the player might see in this game. If you have your own idea for a game, try making your own game design document. This is a really important step in making games, and you can always get creative with how you make it. As long as you're expressing your ideas, you're doing great. Maybe you could roll a piece of paper into a scroll and make the whole game design document look like an ancient decree. That's just one idea, of course. There may be a good place to share your work with your own community. A local library might have a place for community projects, or even a zine library for you to show off what you've been working on. As for me, I'm sending this game design document and the Mayor Tortoise game design document from episode 1 to my friends at the Palmer Public Library for their own zine library. If you happen to be in the Palmer area, you can drop in and flip through them. Thank you so much for watching this video. Until next time, this has been Games and Zines. Bye bye!